Hello and welcome to Hungry Bites, a super short rundown on the advertising industry aimed at helping the next gen of professionals get into and make a mark on Adland.
This week's quick brief is to grab one of the award school briefs and tackle it yourself. But before you do literally anything else instead, here's one of our past Scamp Champ winners.
Our news correspondent Charlotte is now coming on to ask about the nitty-gritty of scamping. We've also secured an interview with RMIT alumni Seb Covino, who has become a bigwig in London, so stay tuned for that.
Hey, I'm having a sit-down conversation here with Lara, who is one of our Scamp champs. So Lara, would you mind telling me a little bit about what your ideation process is like when coming up with your scams?
So first, I'd say I really unpack the brief, just like highlight the key points that I think are really important for the client. And then from there, I'd like to do a bit of like a mind map, and that is just a bit of a brain dump of anything. It could be like statistics or facts or just like any fun little words of copy and bits and bobs to like get the brain flowing a little bit. And then from there, I often like to just like plot out a bunch of boxes on a page and then just start going ham with like different ideas. Sometimes I'll look to like things like Pinterest or like...
We love Pinterest.
or past ads or campaigns that I know that I like, or sometimes even a little Instagram explore page can like bring up fun little ideas.
Ideas that you didn't think you had.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I'll like just try and zone in on different little concepts and different bits of copy and just kind of go for it. And then I guess once I've like had a few ideas and there's one kind of creative concept I like, I'll generally unpack that one a little bit more, come up with a few variations, and then bring it all to life in a bit of a creative deck that really highlights like the creative idea, why it's important, why it's impactful, and why it will work.
Lovely. That'd be good to slice up for our little reel.
Yeah,
As Hungry Talk's international correspondent and representative Ginger, I get the privilege to sit down with global industry professionals. I met with Sebastian Covino, or as I now get to call him, Seb, because we're obviously best friends and really tight like that.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love.
Seb completed a Bachelor of Communications Advertising at RMIT back in 2017. So to answer your question, yes, he is old. Currently, Seb is a senior creative at The Oar, a part of Mother London. Seb has worked with brands such as ASOS, Dash, Taco Bell, and the list truly does go on. But I'm going to cut the list short there to save Seb from getting a bigger head. Seb is actually a bit of an overachiever and had many pathways that he could have taken, including law and other very incredibly boring courses. However, Seb, like many of us, listened to his mother, who encouraged him to do advertising, and, well, the rest is mummy boy history. Seb and I then began talking about the big question that we all have post-grad. How will I break into the advertising industry? And even further, how can I break into the industry on a small and large scale? Post-grad, Seb, along with a creative partner, produced a business called Adam, because apparently the title Unemployed Post-Grad Dudes just didn't have the same ring. After finding it was difficult for post-grads to find work, ain't that the truth, Adam was founded on the concept that students or fresh post-grads would be able to work for smaller businesses who need advertising work done for a smaller fee, benefiting both the businesses paying less and post-grad students being able to be paid for their work while also growing their folio. Seb brought the idea of Adam to his first industry interview, and it was the innovation and individuality behind Adam that set him apart and landed him his first job, proving that naming a company after a basic white boy name really is the best way to land jobs, which is why I'll be launching my new business, Jack, over the summer. Deciding to live out the modern Australian dream, Seb made the big move to London, trading flat whites for a flat, and most likely a small flat and an overpriced flat. It's not surprising to find out that a city like London is a different beast to Melbourne. The companies are big, the clients are bigger, and the culture is broader. The key, it seems, to landing a job in this industry is a sense of individuality and bringing something to the table that sets you apart from others, especially somewhere like London tune. Decided to finish my interview with Seb, asking him the question I think we all want to know, one that philosophers have asked for eons upon eons. What does it look like to be successful in this industry? Now, Seb answered with an answer that was both innovative and inspiring. Making billions. Yep, that's literally it. Well, that's all from me. Thanks for tuning in on this international report.
So I'm here with Lara today, our 2024 Scamp Champ, to talk to her about how she came up with some of the ideas for the quick briefs that were given to her.
Yeah, so basically every single week, if I was struggling to come up with ideas, my biggest tip would honestly be to go out and immerse yourself in the culture, look at people, observe what's around you, and that's honestly how I came up with most of my ideas.
So tune in for our next full-size episode of Hungry Talks this time next week.
We know there are a lot of talented people in advertising, so we want to know how most ads are still so bad. What is going wrong and who is to blame? Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you this time next week.